Hey, welcome back to another YouTube video. So today's video is all about fishing shallow, slapping it in 3 times at 13 meters, hoping we're going to catch some carp. Now, more often than not, when I go pleasure fishing or if I'm in a match, I'll start off on this technique. I haven't seen any fish move today. I've seen nothing on the surface, but it's late April. The fish I know are going to be cruising around. I don't know what depth. It could be at 18 inches, could be at 2 feet, could be at 2.5 feet, but I know the fish will be up in the water. So I always start off my sessions these days at this time of year fishing shallow. I just, like I say, I spend the first 15 minutes and hopefully we catch a few carp straight away, and that has been happening recently. So I haven't fed any bait yet. I've only just got set up, so I'm going to get straight in and hopefully we're going to hook a carp. And I'll show you the rig in a little while and show you how simple this technique is. So let's get into it. Okay, so got a 6mm pellet. 6mm pellet on the banded hook. I'm going to ship out to 13 meters and we're going to see if we can get a quick carp. So I haven't fed any bait yet. I just want to see if there's anything under the surface cruising around. Sometimes you find when you do this technique you'll catch really quick, or it might just take a bit of time to build the swim up. But if they're active and they're feeding, it doesn't normally take long. So slapping it in 3 times. And when the hook bait is just hit its depth, I just hold it there about 5 to 10 seconds. And I'll just repeat the process. 1, 2, 3. Keep the end of the pole away from the water as much as you can. One, 2, 3. There we go. Look at that. That has taken me, what, I think it was 3 lots of slapping that in. And we're on to our first one. So, like I say, you normally get the bite really quick. When you start this technique, you're either there or they're not. I mean, it's that simple. So it's always worth, when you come pleasure fishing or in a match, just spend the first 10 minutes slapping, see if there's anything about. There we go. He came in nice and slow. And you can catch, hooks come out, nice lumps, like that, fishing shallow. So, we'll just put that down. Let's see if we can hold this one up for you. There we go. Don't want to take them out of the net. They're a bit lively. Got a nice carp straight away, probably about 4 pounds. Fishing shallow, so they're just there. That carp was just literally in the area, swimming around, cruising around. It's getting a bit warmer now, so this is the right time to do it. So I'm going to get another pellet on the hook. We'll give it another go and see if we can catch another one as quick as that. Okay, so we just had our first carp, literally straight in, didn't feed any bait whatsoever, and within what, probably about 1.5 minutes of slapping it in a few times, we caught our first carp, about 4 pounds. So that is how simple it can be. But let me show you the rig, and this is to me why I love fishing shallow this time of year for carp. So when it comes to elastic, I just go for 15. I've got a 15 hybrid elastic on here. This is an SRG range. absolutely brilliant. I just recently purchased some more, and I've elasticated 2 top kits for £6.40 or thereabouts, give or take a few pence, but £6.40 for 6 meters, and I can elasticate 2 top kits. I'm using it all last year, catching double figure carp in the margins, fishing shallow, out at, you know, fishing on the deck at 4 or 5 feet. Different sizes of elastics, but this one today for fishing shallow, I've got a size 15 hybrid elastic. Down to the main line, I've got a 0.19mm diameter main line, nice and robust. I'm going to catch some big carp out there today. Down to the hook length, and I've got a 0.16mm diameter hook length to a size 16 banded hook, and I'm fishing a 6mm hard pellet on the banded hook. In terms of float, I've just got one of these clunk floats today, self-cocking clunk float. It's got no shot down the line. Obviously, sometimes I might use rigs that will have a couple of shot, a couple of droppers, depending on how the fish are reacting. But today, that's the rig, dead simple. Let's see if we can catch another carp. Okay, so I've got 6mm hard pellet on a band. I'm going to ship out to 30 meters, and we're going to see if we can get another carp. So just as you're shipping out, check your sections, just give them a little twist, make sure they're on nice and tight. You don't want to be slapping in and a section comes loose. There we go. So out to 13 meters. You're going to slap this in 3 times. 2, 3. So like I say, I haven't fed any bait at all, and I just wanted to come, and what I always do, like I said, is when I come and pleasure fish, or if I'm definitely in a match and I'm on a venue like this where there's plenty of carp, I will just go in and for the first 15 minutes fish shallow, just see if there's any cruising around in my swim. I don't feed any bait, and they'll either be there and you'll start catching straight away, or you might have to wait a little bit longer later in the day. So it all depends on timing the day as well, whether they're feeding. But we're in it now, coming towards the end of April, and the fish are starting to move around. They're not necessarily feeding heavily yet, and I think that's just the spawning season, but they are starting to take a little bit of bait. I'm still not really feeding a lot of bait right now this time of year, but you just got to feel your way into your session and just see what's about. So we caught that one really quick. That doesn't mean we're necessarily going to catch another one straight away as quick, but well, time will tell. So I slap this in 3 times. On the third slap, I just literally leave the float where it is. I don't move it. Keep the pole away from the surface as much as possible, so I don't spook any fish. And then I'll let the bait, let my hook with the pellet on drop to its depth, let it fall through the water, and then when it hits its depth, I'm fishing at 2 feet today. Once I think it's got to its depth, I just hold it there for about 5 seconds, and you'll either get the bite on the drop, or you're going to get the bite as soon as it hits the depth. It's very rare you're going to get a bite just leaving it there. You got to keep slapping it in. You got to keep moving it about. So 2, 3. Now once you have got carp in your swim and you know they're feeding, that's when you want to start picking the catapult up and just firing in 3 or 4 pellets just to keep them going, keep them interested and competitive. But it's not well, for me, I think everyone's different. They do this technique just slightly different. They might feed different, but for me, I don't overfeed it. I'm not piling in loads of bait. I don't really want the fish on the deck. I want them up in the water. So if I do pick the catapult up, I'm only going to catapult in maybe 3 or 4 pellets every couple of minutes, or as I'm catching. But again, it's one of those, you just got to feel your way in. There's no sort of right or wrong. It's just how the fish are reacting on the day. At the moment, I don't want to feed anything at all. I just want to see what's about. Are they feeding? I mean, I think that was a lucky carp. He was in my swim, but like I say, it just goes to show you just don't ignore this. Don't literally get your feeder rod out straight away. It depends on the venue. You got to do your research and know how the fish behave and where to go. But some venues you might go straight on a feeder. But when I'm on a lake like this and I know there's carp about, this is always the technique. It's my go-to technique. The first 15 minutes of my session, and clearly later in the day as well. So if the fish if I don't catch early in my session, then I won't hesitate to pick this rig up and give it a go later in the day. There we go, fish on. Look at that, straight away. That has not taken long at all. But he's a bit angry. He's definitely going for it. Oh my. There's he off. Oh. You can feel that elastic powering up. It shoots out, and all of a sudden it just turns and comes back. I really don't want to rush this one. This is a proper fish. So I didn't feed any bait again. God, this is going to take some getting in. Goodness me. This is a proper fish. Oh my Lord. I'm not sure if I've had one this big on here before. He's over in another peg. He's gone in the reeds. And it's come off. Actually over in the reeds on another peg. But it came off. That was a big fish. That was a real proper double figure fish. He's actually, hook's broke. So 0.16mm diameter hook length, and it's broke it. So goes to show you do need that lower hook length, but that was a proper fish. So I'm going to get set up again, get another hook on, and hopefully we'll catch one not so big and we'll get him in. Okay, so just put a new hook on, hook length on. Let's put another pellet on. Okay, so slap it in again 3 times. Let the hook drop through the water, and then once it's hit the depth, just give it a few seconds and then repeat the process. Oh, look at that. Big swirl, then he must swim. So it's definitely carp about. And another swirl there, look. I haven't fed any bait. I've now got swirls in my swim. So I'm half tempted. Pick my catapult up in a minute. Oh, another swirl as well. Swam through my line, that one. So got carp in my swim and I haven't fed any bait, but they're not taking it immediately. I've definitely attracted them in by doing this. Maybe that's all I need. Trying to catch one more. Caught one really quick. Had another one really quick straight after. There we go, float under, fish on. Look at that. That's how simple it is. Hopefully we'll get this one in. I'm going to take my time with this one. He's gone down. So what happens is when you're fishing shallow, if you've not done this before, the carp will just come in, take the bait, and he'll go straight down. More often than not, it goes down. Fishing shallow, actually, I would never fish shallow in shallow water. It sounds a bit daft. Well, sorry, I would, depending on the fish, but not for big carp. I always like to have at least 4 foot of depth underneath me. So he's gone down. I'm just going to take this nice and easy. I'm going to get this one in. But he's getting a bit angry, actually. It's certainly not as big as that last one that we lost. So this one shouldn't be a problem. He's actually swimming in towards me, which is helpful. But then what normally happens is they'll turn. There we go, look. Got him in. Down to a top kit. Just tying up the landing net head then, it was just coming a bit loose. Stretch some elastic back. Not quite ready for netting then. The way he came in, I thought he was going to be able to net him really quick. I don't want to rush this too, really, even though I am probably rushing it a little bit. There we go. There we go. There we have it. Another lump. Fishing shallow. I would like to hold this one up, but let's see if he's going to let me. I'm going to keep him over the net. There we are. Another nice carp. Easily £5. Okay, so ship out, see if we can catch one more fish. End the day. So we've only been fishing for about just over 15 minutes now. We've hooked those 3 carp, caught 2, lost 1. And what a beast that one was. He was a big fish. But within 15 minutes, I've only put £10 in the net. And if we'd have caught that one that I lost over there in the other peg, ooh, got a swirl in the swim then. Yeah, if I'd have caught that other one, well, I reckon would have had £25 easy. Or thereabouts. I just saw a swirl in my swim then. So, slap that in 3 times. There we go. Fish on. So we had a swirl, and look how quick that was. So, take our time with this one. We're going to make this our last fish. So really, within what, 20 minutes, caught 3 carp. Well, I haven't got this one in yet, so if I get this in, we've had 3 carp and lost 1. So take my time with this one. Checking the microphone's still on. Ship down to the top kit. That one came in really easy. He just sort of swam towards me then. Now he's off over here. Where is he? There he is. Don't think he's ready for netting yet, but he did swim towards me. Makes it a little bit easier. Albeit when they do that, you can try and rush them. So put the landing net down. He's nowhere near ready yet. So Hopefully we'll get this one out. I don't think it's anywhere near as big as those others, the other two that we had. Yeah, like I say, it's not ready yet. Keep getting the landing net. Trouble, you just want to rush them sometimes. You know there's more fish out there and you try to rush landing on, but just take your time. There we go, he's ready now. Oh, thought he was. Yeah, it's not as big as the other two, but still going to be £4 in the net. There we go. Come here. There we are. Lovely carp. To end the day, fishing shallow, 13 metres, fishing 2 feet deep, and it's that simple. So guys, if you've enjoyed this video, just get me cloth, absolutely covered in slime. But guys, if you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to give the video a like. Also leave a comment. Tell me how you fish fishing shallow. What rigs do you use? What type of floats do you use? And if you just like the video, please leave a comment. Tell me you've liked it. That'd be really, really helpful. But guys, until next time, hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll see you on the next video.